8:50. Good morning. Happy Friday. Glad you're here on 95.7 FM KCMO. Let's roll it.
It's time to buy, sell,
How about a damn 12 and a half, 15?
and hold.
All right. John Anthony, what is on the rundown for buy, sell, hold on a Friday?
All right, buy, sell, or hold. Trump's response to the Dems' disobey orders post plays into their hands.
I got to buy it. So if you missed it, a couple of days ago, you had 6 veterans who also are Democrats in Congress come out and basically say, you do not have to listen to Trump's illegal orders if you are in the military. Now, it was disingenuous because there's nothing that Trump is asking them to do that's illegal, right? In fact, a lot of these things have been held up in court, not all of them yet, but whether it's blowing up the drug boats coming to the United States or it's helping out the National Guard in major American cities to try to stem the violent crime that's happening in these major American cities, there's not a violation of any order going on there. So it was a disingenuous video, but I think the video was intended to bait Trump. And then Trump puts up a post on Truth Social yesterday saying seditious behavior punishable by death. And then what happened? Well, the Democrat members of Congress in the original video, they start going on CNN and MSNBC and being like, the president wants me dead. Help. And then they fundraise off of it, and around we go. So I just think that Trump played into their hands. He fell for their trap on this one. And that's where you got to be careful on this thing. I think a lot of people are just going to roll their eyes at this. And you know, the diehard Trump haters on the left are going to look at it and be like, oh, man, here's another. Oh, boy, he wants us all dead. But what also annoys me about it is that they will get extra security on behalf of the taxpayer now. Now, despite the fact that you look at the violence, the major political violence in this country, and it ain't right on left. It's left on right. Let's be very clear. Whether it's Trump, whether it's Charlie Kirk, whether it's the ICE agents who were targeted in Dallas, whether it's the people involved in some of these heinous school shootings, it's clearly cutting one way. But now they've got this storyline and this narrative of like Trump wants us dead. And then the other thing is, I think about this from the standpoint of Charlie Kirk's legacy. Toning it down, not giving your political opponent the ability to go on TV and, you know, go off on like this guy wants us dead and this guy wants us to, you know, be harmed. And, oh, my goodness, we're now, you know, fighting for our lives here. Don't give them that. They might do it anyway, but don't give them any ammunition. And that's part of, unfortunately, what happened here. And they've got their narrative now through the weekend, John.
All right, here's another one. Buy, sell, or hold. Kansas City is in danger of losing World Cup games.
Sell. So the president has said that he is keeping an eye on blue cities that are poorly run, and if they can't handle World Cup games, he will remove them from those cities. Mark Alford sent a letter to the president on Wednesday saying, hey, please don't take games away from Kansas City. We're doing a good job. That would be a big loss for Kansas City. And Mark Alford told us yesterday that was more proactive. Here's what I believe was going on. Mark Alford knows that he is about to represent Kansas City when redistricting kicks in next year. And he's trying to look like a good guy looking out for Kansas City and using his connection to the president to be like, hey, I'm looking out for Kansas City. I want the World Cup. I want it to go off well, and I want to keep it here in Kansas City. I don't believe there's any danger of Kansas City losing the World Cup at all. In fact, from the people I've talked to, Andrew Giuliani, who is overseeing the World Cup for the president's team, has been very impressed with Kansas City compared to some of the other, yes, blue cities that are out there. And I'm hopeful to get Andrew on the show. He was supposed to be in Kansas City, but then the government shutdown happened, so that trip got canceled. But he's expected to be here in town sometime in the next, I don't know, few weeks, couple of months. And I'm hoping we can get him on the show because from the people I'm hearing from, and these are not politicians, just to be clear. I'm not hearing from politicians who are like, yeah, he says we're doing a great job. Like these are private business people who are largely volunteering their time, their effort, and their resources to help make this World Cup great for Kansas City. They're the ones who, by the way, do have connections to the Trump administration, who say Kansas City is ahead of the curve. So I'm happy about that. I don't think we are in any danger, and I do not believe that, frankly, at this point, it's going to happen anyway. I think it's largely a threat because you can't be moving World Cup games out of a city with, 10 months, not even 10 months to go. It's like 6-7 months away. It's not going to happen at this point, John.
It's not an all-star game,
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah.
All right, buy, sell, or hold Mark's Parlay for the weekend.
Brought to you by FanDuel. All right, Mark, what do you got for me, big dog?
Woo! I got a $10 bonus bet to win $112. Ooh, let's go with this one. Chiefs going to win the game, so Chiefs money line.
Just straight up.
Straight up.
No spread.
Patrick Mahomes, 250 yards passing or more. He's done that in 6 straight games. Mahomes, 2 touchdown passes or more. Rashee Rice, 50 yards receiving or more. Travis Kelce, 50 yards receiving or more. He's done that in 5 straight now. Xavier Worthy, 25 yards receiving or more. Marquise Hollywood Brown, 25 yards receiving or more.
How is Indianapolis's pass defense?
Well, they added Sauce Gardner in the trade a couple weeks ago because they were not very good. He's only been in the system a couple weeks. They're getting Charvarius Ward back this week. I think there's going to be some communication issues in the secondary because they haven't played together.
And they're going to be at Arrowhead.
Yep.
Well, you know what, Mark? On behalf of our friends at FanDuel, I'm buying it, baby!
Let's go!
That's right. I'm pulling for you, big dog. I like this. Throw that up on social media, okay?
Will do.
Let the folks see it for themselves. And if they want to go down that rabbit hole with you on this 6-way parlay, let them join in on the fun. But, Missouri, I'm sorry, you are still a week away from joining the Van Sickle parlay. But Kansans obviously can get in on the mix. So, all right, Mark, good job there, buddy. I like that one. Chiefs money line, Mahomes, 2 touchdowns, 250 yards. Rashee and Travis, 50 receiving yards. Hollywood and Xavier with 25 receiving yards apiece. All right. Got to spread that wealth. Everyone's got to eat on Sunday. That's good. Chiefs Colts coming up at noon.